Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to the alpha for Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. As today, we siege the day and take back our palace from those pesky Dark Eldar. Not much else to say beyond that. I mean, I do suspect this will be a very action-intensive episode, but we'll see how it goes. That said, let's get in there. Let's see what's what. We have a transmission. Report from Squad 2. Come in. Lieutenant, report to me. Lieutenant. Yeah, that probably could have gone better. Attack! For the Emperor and the Rogue Trader! Yeah, never send a soldier to do a Rogue Trader's work. Alright, let's get a gander.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay, yeah, we've got a pretty standard standoff situation. Witches, Hecatrix, Gunslinger. What do we have over here? One witch. Okay. With convenient side access to the central group.
Pay attention.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess we're not going that way because there is no way we can disarm that trap without being spotted. Unfortunately, for better or worse, Rogue Trader does lack any sort of stealth system, so... You know what? We'll just take a direct approach. We'll hit them on dead center. The guards on our flank should hold them long enough for us to mop them up pretty efficiently. Yeah, they're not going to last long. Alright, hold on now. That is just rude. But it does give me a perfect opportunity to try out this new splinter cannon. Hi! Gotta say, that is pretty satisfying. Moving up.
Need a little morale boost.
Take a knee.
Already done.
Yeah, I think that's a good fit for our style. The only real downside being... Ow. Wow, rude. The only real downside being that a fully automatic weapon like the Splinter Cannon can't be used with Heroic Resolve. So we have to make sure we switch off to our secondary slot once we get enough momentum. Heinrichs, would you mind?
But of course, Lord Captain.
Wow.
Avert your eyes.
Yeah, not a great showing from Heinrich so far. Though to be fair, these are pretty tough targets.
Your technology is limited, but I am grateful.
Let's trim the Hecatrix.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
If it serves your cause.
Pascal. Let's get you in here too.
You will pay for this in blood.
Fan blood? I can do that. Just need to make a quick withdrawal.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
All too easy.
Right, I suppose that's a downside too. Firing the splinter cannon is slightly more expensive. That's fine though. Just need to get used to it.
I'll return the pain lacking. I thirst for your torment.
Watch your back. And can we switch back off to our auto gun? No. Okay. Right. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Unfortunately, as with their other games, all non-consumable items are locked once combat begins.
Nothing I can't do.
I'll show you the real pain.
Oh no, I should have reloaded.
My time is now. Suits my purposes. Another clean strike. You didn't stand a chance.
Controlled burst ignores ammo count. Good to know.
My duty ends here.
Okay, let's clear the flags.
You will not withstand my vengeance.
Yeah, I think if I end up reusing Adira in the full launch, which will ultimately be left up to a poll, I think I just have her focus on psychic powers. She gets a lot more use out of those than she does out of her gun. Trying to split focus over both just dilutes her too much. Thanks, that's too much helping. Pretty sure we've got it from here.
Let's see.
Hey, Heinrichs, you actually hit a thing. Good for you.
I won't object.
Your skill is lacking.
I love that Red has just become like an agent from the Matrix. Get out of here.
You will pay for this.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
That certainly brought things to a head. Oh, nice. Apparently the Mechadendrite is just like an auto hit. Really got to make more use of that.
If I may, isn't this a job for the serfs?
If I must.
High momentum.
Yeah, that's a lot to shoulder. Sorry, buddy.
I'll move you.
It's over. Their resolve is splintered.
Turn the pain tenfold.
Was your biggest mistake.
Okay, yes, so absolutely keeping that splinter cannon. That's like an auto gun on steroids. Absolutely fits our style. The only downside being the lack of compatibility with our ultimate heroic resolve maneuver. But that worked out okay too. We just have to mind the ammo count on our... Actually, I guess we could just swap the auto gun back in. The downside there being that... Dismantle? Okay, sure, why not? Oh, I see. So the turret's batteries ran dry. Gotcha.
A new challenge for me?
The smell of burning and blood permeates the air around the desecrated chapel. Lovely.
State your intention.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I like that we've just got like random Dark Eldar jet bikes floating around. I mean, parked, not floating, but that really does add to the impression this is a lightning raid. Also, those are just cool-looking jet bikes. As aforementioned last time, that's one of the things that sold me on the Dark Eldar when I first started playing Warhammer. Until I realized they disintegrated when you looked at them too hard. The hive is engulfed in smoke, and your palace, we will cleanse it, rogue trader. Down to the very last Xenos.
Let us see what I found.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess now we know how they took out these tanks.
Success was inevitable.
To the very last Xenos must be merely a monkey figure of speech. Yes? I mean, technically you would be the last Xenos on my planet at that point. I think the semantics check out.
It's about time.
You okay there, buddy? The bloodied guard lets out an incoherent moan, clutching his mangled face. You lean over the guard, and you spot the armed mine hidden under his body. Yep, that tracks. The guard mutters words of thanks and holds out an object for you to take. Sword of Onslaught, thanks. Not that we really need it. That's a unique power sword. We actually pulled one off of one of the random planets we scanned a while back. It is kind of a shame we don't have more melee guys in our party. Though I guess technically we have 3, so... Actually, let's make that 2. Let's swap the autogun back in. See, the downside here is that we will lose the versatility of having the pistol and sword. And the sword is great for boosting our parry ability. But I think we are getting to the point where we're pretty locked down on the whole full auto run and gun style. So trying to dilute from that really just reduces our effectiveness across the board. The gates have been swept off their mighty hinges, most likely as a result of a direct hit from a powerful weapon. Tazara. When Tazara notices you, her face contorts into a mask of rage. The Drukhari's lips stretch into a predatory grin that bears no trace of her former haughtiness, only the promise of pain. You, malformed monkey, putrid vermin! You will pay for every moment that I have spent on this pitiful planet! What's wrong, Tazara? Not pleased to see me again? Oh, now that you have finally arrived, I am filled with anticipation. The anticipation of skinning you, impaling you on hooks, and making you dance for mine and the Archon's amusement. Charming. Tazara's shriek drops to a hiss. I suspected that you and that true-born cur were working together. He did not make me and my sisters linger here on a whim. He had a reason, and that reason involves you, yes? Is that it? Tell me, just nod so I can stand before the Archon and accuse him of treachery and compromising the raid. Interesting. Is she talking about Marzai? I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're trying to say. Who are we talking about? Enough! Tazara bares her sharpened fangs. I will beat the truth out of your dead bodies! Yours and Marzai's! Sisters, attack! Okay, asked and answered. So Marzai isn't necessarily an ally, but he is trying to use the situation to possibly eliminate a political rival. And eliminate her we shall. Oh boy, that is a boatload of witches and Kabbalites. Kabbalites. Ooh, activate turrets. That certainly sounds appealing. Getting flanking rear fire on these guys would certainly make things a little easier, at least until they got too close. Then it becomes a hazard for us because we have to worry about stray fire. Alright, so Rhet's up first. Let's clear the Marauders on our right. That way we don't have to worry about them flanking us once we're otherwise engaged. The thigh's the limit. Yeah, but that was a bad one. And fall back. Zara, really nice of you to put yourself up front like that.
I know what is to come.
Focus fire.
Anything else?
I'll show you the real pain.
Oof. Okay, yeah, we're getting whittled down quick. Just the sheer quantity of fire we're drawing is definitely going to be a problem. Bulwark up. That gives our backline a slightly safer place to camp out. Let's trim those last two Marauders.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh, well. I was really hoping Controlled Burst would avoid NPCs, but at least now we know the prisoners are plot armored. That actually does make this a whole lot easier. Now we don't have to worry as much about friendly fire. Nice, nice. Cabalites incoming. Ow. All right, Heinrichs, let's get you in there. We'll have you start with Tazara. Nice.
Naturally.
And Pascal, we need you to beeline for that terminal. Though, of course, we will also pop off a shot en route. Close.
Your skill is lacking.
Oh my. Heinrichs might be in trouble there. Really thought we'd get more mileage out of that telekinetic dome.
I won't die here.
I admire your optimism, Heinrichs. Hang in there, buddy. Now see, that I liked. If only we could get more Drukhari like that one. Not even worth my time.
Suits my purposes.
Goodbye. It was neck and neck there for a moment.
All too easy.
Would have liked more collateral, but we'll take it. And momentum! Man, I really wish we were in a better spot for this. Actually, you know what? Second wind.
Suits my purposes.
Much better.
Watch and learn.
Taz-Au Revoir. I've unleashed your life!
Another clean strike. Not my specialty. Not a problem for me. Nowhere to hide.
Alright, that buys us some breathing room. Let's get Heinrich's patched.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
There. Much better, right?
I needed that.
And foreboding. My goodness, Heinrichs, what's going on, buddy? You're usually way dodgier. Because splinter rifles negate part of your dodge, right? Ah, I really... Okay. Yes. Now it makes sense. It all tracks. Pretty much every Dark Eldar weapon has precision, making it a whole lot easier for them to hit targets like Heinrichs or Ret. Especially when I place them boldly out front like that with no cover.
Lord Captain.
Which, to be fair, normally does work just fine. Oh, wow. Really sandbagged that guy.
You will pay for this in blood.
Someone's death wish is mine to grant.
Hey, that's some halfway decent combat banter.
Sends their regards.
Still have that Marauder behind us. Not a lot of clean shots. almost pick one of these guys off. Ow. I'm not really sure what you were trying to accomplish. But, I guess I'm not complaining.
Get me a target.
Oh, right. Charges on cooldown.
Holy terror, smite your enemies.
Left side clear.
High momentum.
A bit late in the fight, but let's get those turrets going. There we go. There we go. Okay. And at this point, we are pretty much done. Oh, well. Oh, snap. We just lost Adira.
Let me educate you on the art of pain. I'll tear your heart out with this.
Okay, let's use a bit more caution. I'm just now realizing that heavy and back isn't so much a heavy as he is a high power sniper. Gentlemen. Rhett's got the best defense. Let's put him front and center.
Suits my purposes. Hurting me was your biggest mistake.
And as an added bonus, that puts us perpendicular to our allies, so we can fire without worrying about collateral. Oh, yeah, you. Totally forgot about you. Sorry about that. Won't happen again. Because you're dead.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Can you reach that heavy? You can, but odds are not great.
I am not your zinc.
Marked. Flash of insight. Precision strike. Which only works if we study them first, so... Studied. That is much better. Ah, still not enough, though. TK field up. Ah, I see.
Already done.
Fantastic, we're done.
Unleashed my fury.
Search for survivors, noted. Oh, and a level up, nice.
None shall stand in my way.
Nothing over here. We've still got those prisoners just hanging out. Not sure what we can do with them. Hey guys. Emperor, protect you! I was one step away from death! Our savior! Long live the rogue traitor! Yes, yes. Please, you're embarrassing me. Be on your way before I have to rescue you again. The bark of the tree is covered with thin streams of dark resin, similar to streaks of blood. No, my fruit tree. We have let you down, your lordship. Yeah, kind of, but you're alive. Hard to make amends when you're dead. So no real notable gear here. Just standard Dark Eldar stuff.
Halt!
Oh.
I noticed something.
I would have at least expected something out of Tazara. Which is fine, I suppose. We're still getting a lot of Xeno goods.
Did you hope to see an Azuriani fail?
That's great trade fodder for the Kasbalika. Looks like we missed something. Let's go grab that. Alright, I really should call it here, but you know what? Let's push on a little farther. I'm really getting into this. Oh, actually, let's do our level up. Well, gosh, there's so many options here, I don't know what to go with. Karuz, I guess. Which I suppose does mean that Rhett will be our official Karuzer. Then Heinrichs, who gets a talent. Nice. And we will grab Nimble. As we just saw, he could stand to bump his defenses a bit more. Pascal also gains a talent. And he will also grab Nimble. Which means Cassia gets a talent. And yet another Nimble. Next we have Adira, who gets a characteristic. Okay. Let's go Intelligence. That'll slightly boost her Scholar abilities and bump her Warp Lore. Which brings us to Yerliette, and she will get... Ballistic, nice and simple. More precision for our sniper. Oh wow, that was a really quick level up. That was like 90 seconds. So I guess we've got time for scouting. Gentlemen, good to see you. A little surprised to find friendlies inside my palace.
New challenge for me.
Just couldn't stand the stairs, I guess.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay, so this is the only way we can proceed. The bodies were mutilated and gutted. Once luxurious clothes of brocade and silk are completely saturated with blood.
A trivial task.
Okay, I have to imagine the big fights in the throne room. Let's check our quarters.
Victory awaits.
Beastmasters. Though I notice a distinct lack of beasts. Dar, they are not. Xenos. They are inside already. We could not stop them. May the Emperor have mercy on our souls.
I have failed my kin.
Oh. You know, I've really got to admire that guy maintaining his molecular cohesion through sheer force of will as long as he did. Very impressive. Alright, well, we've only got a few guys in here, so let's knock these guys out. Then I think we'll be at a good place to call it. Get back, Xenos! You won't take me alive! Kisherman, Monkey. You're still good to me, half dead.
I will revel in your pain.
Scalander, what's up, buddy?
Throne take you.
Alright, let's murder these guys. Not liking the look of that cloud of gas, but we'll try to kind of skirt the edges. Hi.
All too easy.
Let me prove on the art of pain. I will tear your heart after this.
Acupunctured.
Suits my purposes.
I am absolutely loving that gun. Best thing we found so far, I think.
If it serves your cause.
A work for a flesh crafter.
Can I fall back now?
No, you may absolutely not. But trust me, you have been heard. Oh, yes, we're doing this. Okay. Covered in Drukhari blood and his own. Achilles Scalander looks around with a haunted expression on his face. He finally manages to focus his gaze on you and lets out a barely audible gasp. God Emperor preserve me. Could it be? Is it truly you, your lordship? He is struck by an excruciating coughing fit, his hand grasping for his respirator on its golden chain. But it is missing. Ha! So that's what distracted the Xenos. Your appearance at the palace. I was only able to break free from their clutches because the void-damned Drukhari suddenly dropped what they were doing and ran off. Achilles' amber eyes glitter viciously, and he nods at the corpses at his feet. It was a mistake on their part to turn their backs on me. The interrogator examines the room, the evidence of a struggle, and Achilles himself. You did well. You held your own. I'm glad we made it in time. Achilles frowns, pressing his burnt lips together, and drops his gaze. And yet I still failed you. Yes, that is technically true, and don't get me wrong, Achilles. I am glad to see that you are well. But by the yawn of the darkest abyss, man, why did my expert on Xenos fail to warn me about this Drukhari invasion? I focused all my attention on investigating the attacks across your trade empire. I suspected that there was something bigger behind the Xenos attacks, but an assault on the rogue trader's capital? Foolhardy, even for Drukhari. I'd never have thought... He closes his eyes, grimacing with guilt. Achilles' body is covered in an unthinkable number of cuts and injuries. The Drukhari put great effort into filling his every moment with searing pain. However, none of his wounds are life-threatening. Your fast efforts pay off. Your knowledge of Medicae allows you to stop the bleeding in several areas, and somewhat ease his pain. You shouldn't have wasted your time on me, your lordship. Very well, we'll cut right to it. Tell me what happened here. When the report came in from orbit about the Xenos attack, I was in the Administratum halls, resolving the matter of your succession. I rushed to my shuttle and prayed to the God Emperor that I would reach the palace before they struck. But before I could get rid of all the picts and documents I had gathered, the palace was besieged. I had to take a risk and burn it all. The Xenos surrounded me when I was setting fire to the last remaining orders, and they decided to have fun with me. Achilles closes his eyes shut. Holy Emperor, deliver me from the memories. They tortured you. But why? Why? Achilles lets out a slight chuckle. Such is the nature of the enemies of humanity, your lordship. They have a taste for our pain. And did you tell them anything? Achilles looks you in the eye, his gaze unexpectedly clear. Nothing. But they didn't ask me anything. They didn't look for anything. They didn't so much as poke around the place. Strange. Okay, that is weird. I assumed they were here for Scalander, but if not him, then what? It is the Drukhari's favorite pastime to torture people for amusement. I doubt they had any inkling you were an agent of the Inquisition. What about you, Scalander? Were you able to glean anything from your attackers? His burnt lips twist into a bitter smile. Oddly enough, I was, your lordship. The Drukhari had no idea that a mere Adeptus Administratum secretary could understand their alien speech. While they were deliberating over how they were going to kill me, they mentioned that other Monkey had been helping them all this time. Renegades or pirates or something of that sort. It will take time to identify these traitors to humanity, but I give you my word that they will pay for what happened on Dargonis. Well, good on you, Scalander. Clementia, Achilles is wounded. Get healers in here immediately. Gritting his teeth, Achilles bows and withdraws to the gatehouse in front of the palace. I've got to say, those two have really grown on me. Heinrichs and Scalander. Achilles.
It's about time.
When they first introduced the idea that we were going to have Inquisition agents breathing down our necks, I was worried it might feel a bit too oppressive, which I mean would be entirely deliberate, I'm sure, given the setting. But no, they've pretty consistently given us leeway to do our own thing, and have proven themselves pretty consistently useful, or at least interesting. I mean, obviously, Scalander did drop the ball here. They're no Regil, but they are definitely a fun addition. Broken furniture, tattered fabric, bloodstains. Someone in this room put up a desperate defense against the Xenos.
Follow my lead.
The control panel is broken. The machine spirit has left this machine forever. Now see, that is interesting, because obviously we already know who was defending the room. We met him when we came in. But that does make me wonder if, for example, Scalander could actually die here had we taken too long to come back. There do seem to be a number of actual timers in Rogue Trader, for better or worse. Oh, hi there. What's up, buddy? Hiding in my bed? That's not weird. Praise the Emperor! It's you! I thought it was those... Cool. Out of my room. Hello, obvious secret door. Surprised you still haven't come into play.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Alright, folks. I feel like this is a great place to call it. Good session today. We had two really good fights and one pretty simple one. Plus, we pulled some really interesting information. Not to mention, of course, we are literally right around the corner from what I imagine is the biggest fight of this particular story arc. We'll hit the pause button for now. I'll take care of the usual rounds of bookkeeping, and we will pick up here next time, as we head into the throne room to see what kind of defenses the Archon is thrown together. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Dragon Matrix 7, Revenant, Alois, Drakiith, the V23, EgonAlter, Emile, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Rowan Church, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
Can I fall back now?